Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Reset of Cellular Protocol. Today is the day 2, and today, before I begin day 2, let me tell you one fact. Disease often begins as a long conversation which we refuse to hear. Reset is the act of listening it again, which the whole wellness market is forgotten. This is forgotten. Everybody has forgotten that if we don't reset, if we don't listen to our body again, how can we do something new? Because we are always in that chaos. Our cells are disturbed. They cannot listen what we are going to tell them again. And that comes with stillness. Now you'll ask me why the wellness market is not talking about reset. That's the biggest question. Cellular is telling it is the first one before we go into the next revive phase. So here we are different, and I will tell you why the wellness market is forgotten. Wellness market is comfortable in selling action because wellness market is total focus is to sell something to you. They do not know in which condition you are. They do not have any discussion about that. They only know that I have to sell something because I have a product, so I am going to sell it to you. It is uncomfortable asking for introspection. It is uncomfortable because the moment wellness market asks you are uncomfortable, why you are uncomfortable, and there is someone to listen to you, no? And there is no one because it's a product only. You are talking to a product, or you are buying a menu, the menu card. That is the difference. Because introspection cannot be packaged easily. How can you package introspection? Awareness cannot be bottled. That is one thing which I always say. Awareness cannot be bottled. You just take this bottle of awareness and drink it, and you will be aware about your own body and mind. And responsibility cannot be franchised. Now you must be knowing a lot of franchisee of yoga centers and nutritional centers and wellness centers are there. You cannot franchise responsibility because the responsibility within you. You are responsible for your own health, and that cannot be franchised, no? How can it be? Self-honesty cannot be sold in a subscription plan. How can anybody can sell self-honesty? So these are the certain limitations of wellness market, and that is the reason why, though the wellness market is booming, though it is going towards $800 trillion of industry, it is not actually giving any benefit in the ground level, because ground level we are sitting, we doctors are sitting, and we see how people are falling sick, how the hospitals beds are getting filled, how the ICUs are everywhere filled, how people are dying. We know, honestly. That is why many wellness players skip the reset. Because reset is one of the most important thing. It should be done in a responsible manner because they cannot do it because there is no one in front of you. So it is being normally missed in this whole wellness industry. They tell you what to eat, but they will not tell you why you overeat, how you should eat. They are not telling you all this. They tell you to meditate, but not why your mind is restless, because you know why your mind is restless. They cannot teach you anything out of. They tell you to walk. They tell you go do walking is very good, but why? You have lot interest in after going for the walk after 5 to 7 days, or how should you walk? Walking is also a science. If you know the science behind it, then your time given for your walking will give you 10x results, because your body physiology will respond to that, and that's what we teach in Cellular Protocol. We always encourage you to ask, why should I do it? Then you will learn how I should do it. They tell you that you should sleep early, you should have 4 to 7 hours of sleep. Yes or no? The wellness market is very common, we always say that. But not why you are addicted to late night scrolling. They never tell you that. This is the biggest mistake what I think we always face. They tell you to think positive. All wellness players, they tell you to think positive. Positivity will help you, but not how their belief system has been programmed for. But they do not go deeper into that. They never ask how your belief system has been programmed for something about fear or something, the things which you had undergone in your past. Because it is already in your subconscious mind. They sell you immunity boosters, but really ask why your immune system is failing, why your immune intelligence is exhausted. They will give you immunity booster capsules, but they forget to tell you that your intestine is a small bar produce 90% of your immune cells. And you people must not be knowing it also. I will tell you one thing. Cellular bar protocol does not begin by blaming the patient. I don't blame you. It begins by awakening the participants. We are interested to awaken you so that self-health care is not guilt, it is a responsibility. Many of the people, they ask me, if you teach us self-love, self-care, then aren't you teaching us selfishness? I don't know. That is a responsibility. We are teaching you the responsibility of yours towards your own body and mind. That is a difference here. And one more thing I will tell you. Reset is cellular. It is not cosmetic. Whatever thing you want to do in a reset phase, it is going to affect at the cellular level. It has nothing to do with in a superficial. The protocol when you want to follow you, everything will affect at the cellular level. Nothing at the superficial level. It will take some time to change the coding system, to change the behavior to get the behavior to be expressed. And I always say every cell listens. It listens to your food, it listens to your breath, it listens to your sleep, it listens to your stress, it listens to your thoughts, it listens to your emotions, it listens to your relationship, it listens to your environment, it listens to your meaning of life. Our cells will be listening to everything which I have told you now. And there are many more. Your biology is not deaf. Remember this. It is listening. When the inner environment is chaotic, the cell receives chaotic signals. When the inner environment is calm, rhythmic, nourished, oxygenated, emotionally safe, and purposeful, the cell receives a healing signal. Let us now learn about the 6 dimension of reset. Till now, I have explained you why one should do reset and what is the importance of reset. Now we will be working at the 6 dimension on which we have to work. So first one, I call it reset of attention. Reset of attention. So what is the reset of attention? It's very simple. Where your attention is going every day or every moment or every hour to fear, to disease, to comparison, to news, to social media, to other people's comments, to past regrets, or to future anxiety. So our attention must be going in all these directions. There are a lot of many things. I told you the basics, the few things which I have taken just example. So once you identify your attention, then you can always have a chance to reset about it. Because our attention is a biological currency, I say. Where your attention goes, cellular chemistry follows that particular attention. If my attention is going towards an aggressive scene, then my chemical changes in my body is different. I have an adrenal surge. My attention is going towards comparison, I'm increasing my anxiety level. When my attention is going towards love, or I'm following my passion, then my body is going towards a different chemical. So it is a biological currency. It will follow where your attention goes. Reset begin by bringing attention back to the body. Whenever we find that our attention is going towards something which is not important, we should bring it back to our body by asking one question daily. What is my body trying to tell me today? What is my body trying to tell me today? The moment you ask this question, your attention will be now towards your body. Whether the attention, if it was somewhere else, now it will come down your body, and your body will be now thinking, okay, I have to go back. I have to back to rest and restore mode. I have to back to parasympathetic mode. It happens. Try once, you can get better. Then comes the second dimension, the reset of breath. A shallow breath is not only a respiratory habit, it is a lifestyle diagnosis. Because the moment you understand that we all are shallow breathers, which is sufficient enough to survive, but not sufficient to stay healthy or produce energy to remain energetic, then the things will start changing. When you breathe poorly, your body receives a signal of danger. Remember, if you think the other way around, when you are stressed, your cortisol level goes high, you become shallow breathing. Because the demand is more, so your body will try to have more and more oxygen inhalation. Fine. But it does it, but in reality, it body gets less oxygenation. So when your breathing is shallow, again, it is a feedback mechanism. Your body will think, your cells will think, I'm in danger. So it's a biofeedback mechanism, auto-built. So your heart rate will become more, the mind become restless, the cells receive less oxygen and more stress chemistry. A simple breathing is making you this. Reset begins with conscious breathing. You should know that you are breathing deep. And it happens only when you are passing through a stage, when you now know that your attention, you have overcome the first stage of attention, then you come back, you want to reset yourself. Now breathe deeply. Before food, before exercise, before medicine, before advice, breathe. You can take hundreds of deep breathing every day. Whenever you feel like, you can. Simple thing. Then third comes the reset of the belief system. Many people do not suffer only from disease. They suffer from the belief that they are helpless. There are many problems comes into our life, and most of the times people, they lose their hope. They have a belief that nothing can be done. You talk of a cancer patient, you talk of a hypertension patient, you talk of a diabetic person. They have a belief system is so strong. They know that I have to depend on medications. I cannot reverse it back. Nothing can happen to me again. Only I'm now a helpless person. This is what is happening. So many people say, my father was a diabetic, so I have become a diabetic. My age is increasing, so I cannot do exercises. Because the moment I start doing running or something or doing exercise, my bone will break. And some people say, stress is unavoidable. Medicine is only the answer. My body has betrayed me. There's so many questions are coming, people are coming. Nothing can change me now. Yes, this is a belief system. The moment we work on a belief system, the moment we reset our belief system, they will just act in the opposite manner. So I always say they are not innocent anymore. These beliefs, which we think are innocent, they are no more innocent. They have become a biological instruction to us. And cellular teaches us a new belief. My body is not my enemy. My body is my most intelligent partner. Because it is true. You have 37 trillions of intelligent sentients. And each and every cell knows what is good and what is bad. Only thing is that you have to listen to them and follow the instruction or the signals they send to you and send them the signals which they want. This is the only thing which you need. Then comes the most important, the cells of rhythm. Because the nature works in a rhythm always. Sunrise, sunset, inhalation, exhalation, hunger, digestion, activity, recovery, wakefulness, sleep, effort, and pause. All these are rhythm. And unknowingly, somewhere we are breaking the rhythm. And that's why our body goes into a disease mode. Modern life has a broken rhythm. Fine, we eat without hunger. If somebody offered us something and we eat it because we feel that the other person will feel bad. And there we are breaking the rhythm. We sleep without peace. We have watched a horror movie, or we fought with somebody, then we go to bed. Remember it. Then we have a sleepless night. We work without a pause. If you see, we are constantly working from morning to evening. We always think, let me finish everything and I'll go and take rest. But the pause is important. Not that you finish up. Because the rhythm says that after a certain time your body needs some rest. And that is where we are missing something. We exercise without joy. We go to a gym or we start exercise schedule very seriously. We don't have joy from inside. We do it because we have to do it. No. Do exercise when you feel like you enjoy the exercise. Then you do it. Not just like I have to go and do it. We consume without awareness. We are fast. We just go on gulping things. And that is where the food, which we call in cellular by the information, the same food give a wrong information, but if we take it with the awareness, that will give a different information. Because food is an information. It is not what you eat, it is how you eat is very important. That is which cellular protocol teaches. We rest with guilt. We have taken one day holiday. We think, oh, I'm so sorry, yaar, I have to take rest. Sometimes when I used to operate for morning to evening, or I used to be in the OPD, and if I take break for some minute, I will feel, oh, the patient is waiting. I used to feel guilt. But once I understood that I have to take care of myself, that guilt had gone. And you people, everybody, you have to take a pause. Reset means return into rhythm. The body does not demand perfection. It asks a rhythm. Nobody should be going for perfection. They should be going for a proper rhythm. Let us come to the fifth one now. The reset of responsibility. The reset of responsibility. If I say today, most of the people, they come to us with a sentence, what can a doctor do for me? They come to the hospital with that sentence in their mind. The better question should be, what must I do for my body every day? What must I do to my body every day? That should be the question. But the people are asking a wrong question, because there is this reset of rhythm comes when we ask a different question about ourselves. I should take the responsibility. What can I do for my body today? Doctors are necessary. I always say we are necessary for you because we will help you. Medicines are necessary because you have to, sometimes it will act wonder. Surgery is necessary. We save lives. And emergency care is necessary because it saves life. Modern medicine is a blessing. What the promotion, the wellness marketing talking about, I don't bother. But I know it's a blessing when disease has crossed its line. There, the modern medicine comes into the picture. And really it is a boon. Health is not produced in the hospital. Reset means moving from dependency to responsibility. This last one, I say, the reset of purpose. A body without a purpose loses its direction. A body without a purpose loses its direction. Many people are not sick because of food or gene or their behavior or something like that. They are sick because their life has become mechanical. From the morning till you go to bed, you are mechanical. We all are mechanical. We have to do certain things every day in the same way. People have lost joy, meaning, service, creativity, connections, and inner fire because of mechanical way of living. We are losing the most important thing. This is called meaning. What for I'm living? What services I'm providing? How much creativity I have? Whether I'm ever looking towards my creativity, using my that power. How much connections I'm making with the world around me. These are all very important because without this, life becomes, and we are falling sick. And I have seen people after retirement, they fall into the trap of disease very fast. A person who was sick up to 60 is active. Now at 62, he becomes having hypertension, diabetes, and this and that. A lot of things. Why? There are thousands of, in my book also I have given many examples of people, real people, who have become sick after the retirement because they lose the purpose. By the time they don't have any purpose in their life. They don't, everything has been finished. So I say purpose changes biology. Remember it. Purpose changes biology. When a person has a reason to wake up, the cells receive a different signals and different messages. The immune system listens. Now they become active because they now know that he has a purpose. The nervous system listens to you. It will make you more and more productive and active. The hormones listen. The mitochondria listens. See, when you have a simple thing, when you have a meaning, when your meaning is to do something big, to serve the humanity, which will bring joy, when you are sharing something, everything from mitochondria to your cells, everything listens. Fine. So I always say cellular does not ask only what disease do you have. It asks what life are you ready to live now. What life you are ready to live now. You have a problem, no doubt, but have you ever thought, whatever from hence on, from here, in which direction I should move? That I have a disease, now I am gone, or I am, I have now, from now onwards, I have to lead a different life. It is a warning signs. It has given me some a wake-up call. Like in 2010, I had a wake-up call. I understood I had a problem. Then I found out that I have changed the way I look towards the world. My body is listening to me. Why reset is hard? Now, problem is why reset is so hard. There are 6 things I have told you today. But this is hard to follow because there are some reason behind it. What may be the reasons? Because reset is hard because it exposes us. We are very much vulnerable to ourselves. We start feeling guilt. It reveals that we participated in our own imbalance, not intentionally, not sinfully, not foolishly, but unconsciously. Reset is hard because it asks us to stop blaming fate, age, genes, doctors, food companies, families, work pressure, and society. It's the fact. Yes, all these influence us, but the final gateway is still our daily behavior. Reset returns the key of the life to its owner, it's you. So it is so essential. Wellness avoid reset because reset is not glamorous. It is a hard work. It is not a glamorous job. If I tell you the 4 pillars, if you do it, you don't have to come with a special uniform or a special set of shoes or something like that. It is not all glamorous. You can't show all the things with reset part to anybody else in the whole world except you. So the wellness market doesn't adopt it. What are the glamorous thing in the wellness market sells you? The smoothie is very glamorous. A supplement bottle is glamorous. A retreat photograph is glamorous. You go to, people post a lot of Facebook pages I've seen. They've gone to some retreat and they post their photographs because it's glamorous. A yoga pose is glamorous. You're doing a yoga in some yoga center, it's glamorous. A wearable graph is, I say, glamorous. You wear something and it's glamorous. It looks something, I wore some machine here. But sitting silently and asking, what am I doing to myself? Is not glamorous. It is transformative. Cellular is transformative. And that is why you have to do your reset before we go to anything else. Cellular protocol is not glamorous, it is transformative. So you may find it little difficult in adopting this. But in reality, something is different. The market loves visible wellness. Cellular begins with invisible connections. The market loves visible wellness. Cellular begins with invisible corrections. Market sells product. Cellular teaches processes. It is a tantra, what we call it. So cellular teaches processes or techniques or tantras. The market creates consumers. Market creates consumers because once you start taking a supplement, you will be the consumer of wellness market. But cellular create self-health care practitioners. Each and every one of you will be a self-health care practitioners. Because you will be practicing self-health care and you will be teaching to your neighbor also in due course of time. The market says buy it. Cellular says become aware. Everyone wants reversal. Yes or no? Everyone wants reversal. Reversal of diabetes, reversal of hypertension, reversal of obesity, reversal of fatty liver, reversal of stress, reverse inflammation, reverse aging. But reversal without reset is temporary. So, though everybody wants reversal, if you don't follow this reset, then it is a temporary phenomenon. A person may lose weight for some time, reduce sugar for some time, start yoga and stop after a month, take supplements and remain anxious, do meditation but continue emotional toxicity. Why? Because the old operating system was never reset. Because the old operating system was never reset. And cellular reversal begin with reset because the disease is not only in the organ, it is in the pattern of the way you live, the information you send to your cells. So that's why it is important. Reset the pattern and the protocol can work. The cellular teaches you to reset the pattern. Before starting any healthy journey, ask one question to yourself. Am I trying to heal while continuing the same life that made me sick? Today, when you will go back, ask this question to yourself. What I'm doing it today, if I'm learning today what you are learning here, if you don't reset, will these things will work? With the same mind, with the same environment, with the same way of living, will this work? No, it will not work. If the answer is yes, then take a pause. And I say, when you take a pause, again, it is the beginning of cellular. When you take a pause, it's the beginning of cellular. Ask this question. Okay, your answer may be yes, I'm going to leave this. Then take a pause. This pause will take and tell you what to do next. What message I'm going to give you on finishing the reset. Do not rush into the wellness programs. First, reset. Do not ask first, what should I take? Ask first, what should I stop? What should I restart? What should I reduce? What should I restore? And what should I remember? What should I remember? These are very important. Health is not something outside you to be purchased. Health is something inside you to be reactivated. Health is something inside you which needs to be reactivated. The cellular protocol is not another wellness product. Remember it. I'm not selling you any product. We don't teach you wellness. It is a biological education, I say. It is a self-health care movement. It is a return to a cellular wisdom. It is a rebellion against superficial wellness. It is a call to reset the body before repairing the body.